Gomes, who started playing hockey in Trinidad and Tobago at the age of 8, but stopped playing the game because of injuries at the age of 20. Took up international umpiring and retired early to become an umpire's manager.
Presently do for the Pan Am hockey area, or if I'm invited to tournaments over the world, which is always a joy for me. I continue to work with the Trans-Tobago Hockey Board as one of the umpiring officials, in the sense that I am training a lot of the young umpires. I do a lot of the appointments for our league, and that's basically what I'm doing now.
Gomes, who said she was invited by Philip Finance for the past 14 years as an umpire in the Guyana Hockey Festival, spoke about how far Guyana has progressed in terms of hockey.
I can see definitely what is happening to Guyana hockey now from when I started coming. I mean, I played against the Guyana hockey women years ago, and it disappeared off the face of the earth. It was a treasure to see Guyana hockey back into the fray of things. And actually, I am quite impressed with what is happening, especially in the indoor game for Guyana, who seem to be really going leaps and bounds with the game. The amount of young players they have brought into the game, definitely that's a big plus. So you have that transition into the senior hockey. So being in the 14th year, and I'm supposed to be the umpire's manager, which is doing the appointments, helping with the appointments, helping coaching the umpires. As you see, they still pull me on the court every now and then, but I'm getting old. I really need to just sit and watch now, but it has really been a joy for me to see what Guyana hockey has really reached from the 14 years ago to currently.
When questioned about what Guyana and the Caribbean need to do to put the game of hockey higher on the agenda, here's what Gomes said.
Probably get berated for this, but I believe in bringing those officials from Europe where they are tops in hockey right now. While I mean no disrespect or no discredit to our coaches here, I still believe we need to bring in those European coaches or the Oceanic out of Australia, New Zealand, who seem to have some of the best coaches, in my opinion. I have been to international tournaments, and you can see the game. You can see the difference in them to us. And it's not only about the turf. It's also about being able to play the game, how often we can play. Remember, all of us have their jobs. We have to work. Some of those players don't have to work. Hockey is working for them. While they have their personal business organized, they can get sponsored and so forth. You have to put this full time if you want to really reach that level. But I still believe, and if Guyana can do it, because Trinidad did it a while back, and we saw our progress. We are still using our local coaches, and I will give them a lot of credit, but I always still believe they could never take us to that next step, like Argentina. Argentina is probably in the top 5 or the top 3 right now. I think they're probably number 1 in the world right now. I could be wrong, right? But that is what Argentina do. They're traveling all over the world. They're playing against all the best teams in the world, and that's the only way we could do it. Yes, we could do it against each other, and we will always have the closeness and the competitiveness to do it, but getting to Dutch at the women's level, getting to Argentina at the men's level, there is that big difference, but we need to pull in, to me, coaches of that level to really show us and make us understand the game.
Ms. Gomes also feels that the region can still compete with top world players, but fitness must be a priority.
Definitely. I still think I could take Trinidad and Tobago, who participated in the World Cup this year. I mean, we may have been beaten, but we gave them something to think about. And it's all about, I think, a lot about fitness as well. Because if you're not at that peak, which some of those players are, you're not going to make it. And you could run with them for the first 15 minutes, you could run with them for the first 30 minutes. But you know what's going to happen in the next 40, 45 minutes? We have lost it. And their players, all their players seem to be on the same level across the board. We have players like this, and then when we have to bring in our reserve, they're at a different level. So that plays a big part as well in the game.
Reporting for the HGP Sportscast, I am Stanford Howard.